Hey guys, Tropics here and welcome back. In today's video, I will be showing you guys 5 things to make your stream look more professional. So, you're looking at Twitch, right? And you see these channels, they look really professional. They got the webcams, the overlays, everything, donation alerts, and, you're like, how do I get that? Well, I'm going to show you how you get that. But before we get into the video, I did want you guys to join my Discord server. It's a great place to find help on some of my videos I make, and just a good place to generally talk to people. You don't have to, but there's a link in the description if you want to join. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so the first thing, and the most important thing really, is having good stream quality. So, all the things I jot down and say are going to mean nothing if you have really bad stream quality, and by that, I mean mainly, just the quality of your stream, like, 720p, 1080p. I wouldn't stream with anything under 720p. I'd say 720p is, like, the golden resolution of Twitch, because if you're not partnered with Twitch and if you don't have a subscribe button, I believe you cannot manually select the quality. So if somebody's streaming at 1080p 60 frames per second and somebody's watching you who has bad internet, they're not going to be able to load your stream and you're going to lose a viewer. So what I would do is I would stream at 720p 30 frames per second if you're not partnered, or 720p 60 frames per second. It doesn't take much to load the extra frames, but just to be on the safe side, I usually stream at 720p 30 frames just so I can have everybody watching it. If you can't load 720p 30 frames per second, then I mean, you shouldn't really even be streaming in the first place, because your internet is probably just terrible if you can't really load at that resolution. But yeah, good quality is a must before you do anything, and that's the number one. Also, another thing I wanted to talk about, this goes hand in hand with the good stream quality stuff, is you might want to pick up a nice mic too. A lot of streamers, like, I don't know, Tyler1, Phantom Lord, they use like regular just headset Logitech mics, and that's fine. The audio quality isn't really that bad. It's actually pretty bearable, but they don't really need good mic quality because they're fucking hilarious guys who just do like really over-the-top shit, and that's how they get their viewers. They don't get their viewers from having really good quality mics. I watch Tyler1 all the time, and his mic doesn't really bother me, if I'm being honest. But you might want to look into, as being a new streamer, a pretty nice mic. I have a Yeti right now. That's what I'm commentating with. As you can see, really good mic quality. You could pick these up for about $100, but I don't recommend buying that as your first one unless you're like rich or something, or you make a good amount of money, and you have some money lying around. A good budget one would be a Blue Snowball. They go from around $60. That's the first mic I bought when I started YouTube, and I still have it, but it's really scuffed and a little bit broken. The legs broke off it, so I don't really use it that much. But I mean, you could go with the headset mic if you want, if your headset is good enough. Like, I know the Astro A50 is a pretty good mic. Some of the Turtle Beaches have pretty good mics. I don't know if the Razer Kraken has a good mic, but you can check if you have a Razer Kraken. But generally, you're gonna want a pretty good mic. Nobody wants to listen to like a terrible mic quality. If I go to a stream, just a random stream, and their mic is absolutely just cancer, I will not stay in their stream. I will leave. So yeah, that's the number one. And by the way, these aren't in any particular order. I'm just gonna kind of list these as the thing goes on. So these aren't in like, most important to least important. But this one right here, I'll tell you right now, is the most important thing you can do. All right, so the next thing we got on the list are overlays. Now, if you don't know what an overlay is, I'll go ahead and put one on the screen right now for you guys. That's an overlay. So you've probably seen these a lot with YouTubers and Twitch streamers and stuff like that. Really popular things. Mainly because when you're looking for a channel on Twitch and you see all these channels live streaming, right? There's so many of them. I guarantee you the one with the overlay is gonna, catch your eye more, because there's just more to the screen, and it just stands out differently from all the other streamers and stuff. So for one, it's really good for eye-catching purposes, and you'll probably get a lot more viewers if you use an overlay. It just signifies that you're more professional than the others. Not saying you are more professional than the others, but it definitely is going to seem that way to the people. Also, if you have social medias and stuff, it's really good to put your social medias on these overlays, because you don't even have to really advertise your overlays and say, hey guys, go follow my Twitter. No. People will just see the Twitter on your overlay, and they'll be like, hey, I'm gonna go drop this guy a follow. Maybe I'll be notified when he goes live, or I can just like his tweets. It's basically free promotion, right? Now, don't make the overlay like huge. Don't make it like huge and obnoxious so you don't even know what's going on in the gameplay. You want to make the overlay a decent size, not too big and not too small. You want to, you want people to see the text that's on it. You don't want it to be so small that people can't even see what is on there, but, just make it a decent size. Now, probably wondering, how do I get these overlays and stuff? Well, I'm going to tell you. So there's a lot of ways you can get overlays. The main way people do it is they'll search up free overlay template on YouTube and stuff. That's what I used to do when I didn't really know much about Photoshop and GIMP and how to make these overlays. I still do it sometimes towards this day when I don't have enough time to make an overlay and I just need a quick impromptu overlay. But you know, you can just take those, and what happens is actually they give you a file you download. If you have Photoshop, it's PSD. If you don't have Photoshop, however, you can get a program called GIMP. It's basically a free Photoshop. Really easy to use. Actually, no, it's not really easy to use. I take that back. GIMP is not easy to use. I actually find it harder to use than Photoshop. Photoshop's UI is just really easy to get along with. But GIMP is pretty hard to use, I'm not gonna lie. It's not as easy as Photoshop. But if you don't have the money for Photoshop, then GIMP is a great tool. It works basically the same as Photoshop, except the UI is a lot different and it works a bit different. And the files are different, but just search up free overlay template and you can just edit those. Or if you already know how to do Photoshop, you can just make an overlay yourself, really. Just search up overlay tutorials on YouTube if you have Photoshop. Or you could just crack Photoshop. I don't recommend cracking Photoshop because you'll probably get viruses on your computer, but if you want to, go ahead and do it. All right, for the third one here, we have webcam. Now, a lot of people get shy. They don't want to put webcams on, and I completely understand that. When I started streaming, I didn't really even have a webcam. I would have put a webcam on, but I just didn't have a webcam. Now, webcam is one of those things where you don't really need webcams, but it could add, you know, a little bit of personality to your stream. I feel like it just adds that extra level of personality and viewer interaction, because, you know, you get to see the live reactions when crazy shit happens. Let's say you're playing League of Legends and you just got a pentakill, you know. People want to see that reaction. People want to see your face when you get a pentakill. And when people are looking for your stream on the games list, the face cams are going to pop out a lot more, like I said, with the overlays. People are going to see the ones with the overlays and the face cams more because it just has more stuff and it stands out more than the other ones. I don't use a webcam now because I still have yet to do my face reveal, but I am doing my face reveal at 5,000 subscribers, so if you want to go ahead and drop a subscribe, that face reveal, that beautiful, beautiful face reveal is coming soon. But yeah, that's basically it for face cams. Not really much to talk about there. They just look more professional, and they add more depth and variety to your stream. So yeah, add a face cam. So the next thing we got here are buttons. Not a lot of people know what buttons are. Not a lot of people even knew there was buttons on Twitch. So I'm gonna go ahead and clear up all the confusion. Buttons are the things on the bottom of your stream, right? So you can add these things called panels. A lot of people call them buttons, but the real name is called panels. They're those things you see under the stream that are like about me, you know, PC specs, social media. It's basically general information you want to tell your viewers and stuff. So under there, you can put anything, really. You can put an about me section, you can put a PC specs section, you can put a social media section, or you can do YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook buttons. You can really do anything, honestly. It depends what kind of stream you're running. You could do a rules button, but buttons are really good to have. It just makes your stream a lot more professional, and people will know, you know, certain things about you and certain things you want them to know beforehand before they watch your stream. You can have links to your Discord and stuff. They're just, all in all, really professional tools. I think everybody should have by now is buttons. Buttons are really easy to make too. Like, they're literally the easiest things to make. You just kind of make a rectangle like 184 pixels by like 92 pixels or something like that, and you just literally put text. Like, if you want a Discord one, you get a rectangle, you just write Discord, and you put a link to your Discord. They're really easy to do, and if you don't know how to access those, the way you do it is you just go to your Twitch channel, right? And then you go to the bottom, and there should be a button that says edit panels, and then you can upload panels. You can write descriptions and stuff on them. Some you can attach links to and stuff. If you don't know how to make panels, go ahead and search up templates for panels. There's a bunch of templates for panels on YouTube. You don't even have to edit those most of the time, because most of the time they're not really name reliant. They're just kind of, you know, oh, Discord, YouTube, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, panels and buttons are really good things to set up. Now on to the next thing. So for the last topic here, we have add-ons. Now, add-ons is a big subject, right? So for add-ons will be things like better Twitch TV, nightbot, follower alerts, donation alerts, subscriber alerts, you know, anything that's an add-on, you know, just extra stuff you can add to your stream, like latest follower. Streamlabs is a good tool for add-ons. Really anything that can add more stuff to your stream. I think the best things to add right now for add-ons is Streamlabs. With Streamlabs, you can use really anything. You know, you get to see your latest donations, your latest followers. You can set up a bunch of other stuff that I didn't even know you could set up with Streamlabs. There's another thing called nightbot, which I'm pretty sure all of you know what nightbot is if you're familiar with Twitch. It's just a bot. It plays music, it bans people. You can set it up for certain rules and stuff. You can do commands like exclamation point Discord. You can get a Discord link for that. There's one called CapChat, which I really like. It actually adds the chat to your stream, like an overlay of the chat. And I think that's pretty cool, you know? So you don't have to look at your stream for the chat. You just kind of have to look in your OBS. It just overlays on there, and it looks a little bit more professional, too. You get to see what people are typing and stuff. And if you're recording videos and uploading highlights to YouTube, it's really good to have the chat on your stream so people know what's going on. And yeah. I think that there are a lot of add-ons out there. I'll put a link in the description to the Night Dev add-ons. They make Nightbot, they make CapChat, they make follower alerts, donation alerts. They make a lot of good stuff, and really, I don't use anything else except for the Night Dev stuff. The Night Dev stuff is all you really need to make your stream look really professional. So, that's basically it, guys. If you did find this video helpful, let me know in the comments below. If you didn't find it helpful, then I guess leave a dislike. And leave a like if you enjoyed. Go ahead and subscribe if you want. Face reveal coming at 5,000 subscribers. And like I said, my Discord server is there. Link in the description if you want to go ahead and join. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.